48 hours. 48 hours is a time that I give if an idea comes into my mind and I have to act upon it. That's 48 hours. If I don't act on it in 48 hours, it finds a place in my large spreadsheet, one place somewhere in one of the tabs in the spreadsheet. Why is it? See, if I cannot act on an idea that comes into my mind in the first 48 hours, then I don't think I should be wasting time on it right now. Now, if that is an important idea, then it'll come back to me maybe after a week. So when I say you have to act on it within 48 hours, that doesn't mean that you start working on it. It means maybe taking up a paper, spending some time, maybe taking half an hour from your schedule and writing down the idea, putting some thoughts to it. Maybe you will decide, okay, right, this is something I'm not going to take right now. I might probably take care of it starting next year. That's fine. You can keep it for the next year and do it at that point of time. And if by any chance this idea keeps coming to you again and again, that means that this is something you need more time and you should not be putting it off till next year. And it's very important to have that, maybe it's 24 hours, 48 hours, or 2, 3 days, 4 days, whatever you feel comfortable. And for me, that is 48 hours. That doesn't mean that it has to be 48 hours for you. Why do we need to fix that time? We need to fix that time because we spend so much time on ideas without really acting on it, without ever putting it on a piece of paper. Because it's effort, right? When you start putting things into paper, you will find out that maybe you don't want to do it right now. And people don't want ideas to go away. And ideas won't go away. If it's important, it'll come back to you. But people like this thing to keep these ideas alive. Something that I'm going to do. I am going to be doing this idea. But you don't do anything about it. You just keep it alive there. It's not even alive. It's in a coma. So don't let your ideas go to coma and just be there. Make sure that the ideas are alive. Alive means you act on it. Or you ensure that this is not the time for it and let it pass away. There's so many ideas. See, you don't even have to look at other people for ideas. If you are doing something, if you're working on something. Now, if you're sitting idle, you're not doing anything, then ideas don't come. Ideas don't come by just sitting there and not doing anything. Because ideas come when maybe you're doing some other project, and as you do that project, you meet someone, you talk to that person, and then you have an idea. Something that is related to the project, something that is not related to the project. But unless we keep on acting on things on a daily basis, we are not going to come up with new ideas and things that we want to do. And so this is another trap that I fall into. So I create content. So I always think, what kind of content should I create? What kind of content would I like creating? Would I sustainably create? And then when you're constantly doing something or the other, your mind is working and you're constantly getting hooked up with some idea or the other. So one problem that I have, which is that I give this 48 hours to start on some idea, to act upon an idea, and there's so many ideas that come, and then I could spend 48 hours on all these ideas. There is a problem, because when do I really start working on one idea forward? If, say that I've got 10 ideas and I cannot work on 10 ideas in 48 hours, right? Because there's already things that I am working on. So there is a prioritization that happens. Which is a prioritization? Maybe sometimes when an idea comes, that prioritization activity, should you act on it in 48 hours? That prioritization activity is something that happens in the background. So you have ideas coming in, give it 48 hours to act on it. If you don't act on it, then leave it, don't think about it, don't bother, don't trouble your mind with it. And during this 48 hours, do a prioritization. Maybe it has to be prioritized with other ideas that come into your mind. And if this has a high priority, act on it. If it doesn't have, let it go. It'll come back if it's important, if it's for you. I think that really makes life easier. There's so many things that I've tried out when I decided that I'm going to do this 48 hours to act on an idea. So many things, you can touch upon a lot of things. And I'm not saying that all those things worked or all those things is something that I do even now. But at least I've tried, I've attempted, I've got a piece of paper, I've got some space on my spreadsheet, some space somewhere where I have put some thought to it. Try to see if this is going to work out. I have tried to compare that idea with another idea that I have. I've tried to prioritize. I've seen if this is important for me right now. If not, leave it. If yes, work on it. Think about that. Give that time limit for any idea that comes into your mind. 48 hours is for me, but for you, can be anything. Give time to your ideas. A deadline for your idea. A deadline to make an idea alive. Take care. Be content. Be pen positive. Stay safe and please be kind. And check out my daily podcast, Penpositive Outclass, the journal of an active learner. And subscribe to the channel. Thank you.